Dave and Dev. Gotta keep it real like Dave and Dev. On my job like Dave and Dev. Tell no lie like Dave and Dev. Some days I wanna stay in bed, but I get ready for the day ahead. I wanna complain, but I pray instead. Then I'm on my way to the Dave and Dev. And it go like, I don't need a crew. Don't play by he say, she say rules. Complain, no, we can't do. I'd rather have faith while G-O-D make moves. So please stay.
Hey, what's up, Devin?
Yo, what's going on, Dave?
Man, not a whole lot. We got a whole lot. We got enough. We have as much going on right now as the Chiefs scored touchdowns last night.
Oh, dang. See? Okay. All right. So you started it right there. That's what we're going to do. I told you, I'm a hater. I'm a hater of greatness. And so you're just going to just jump right into it.
You're a Brady hater. Hey, just so everybody knows, if you're listening, we're recording this on Monday, February 8th, day after Tom Brady, arguably the GOAT, won his seventh.
Wait, arguably? How is that arguable? Like, there's no arguing anymore about it.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
Who in their right mind is going to argue he's the greatest quarterback of all time? The man is 43 years old and just won his seventh Super Bowl.
This is true. So the greatest quarterback of all time has won his seventh ring, bro. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Well, before we get into it real quick, I know we've already taken a couple shots. One, thank you to everybody that's purchased T-shirts. If you have not yet, go snag yours, daveanddev.com. Go get
They're
you.
dope. Tell the people how they feel. How they feel, Dave.
Comfy. Hey, you got a little Swole Patrol action going on, you know what I'm saying? You got the Immigration Coalition logo on the side. You got Dave and Dev in the you know, in the neck area. So I mean, the shirts are legit. 100% of the proceeds go to providing clean drinking water at the U.S.-Mexico border. Big deal. We love this organization. If you have not, go listen to the episode with Rondell Trevino. It's up.
He's a Cowboys fan, and we still love him.
Yes, he tried to say that he was happy to see the most skilled quarterback of all time commentating on the game, talking about Tony Romo. So we can debate on that later. We're gonna have Rondell back on because he's got some spicy takes on the NFL and just general. I love it. Anyway, we are trying to sell 100 T-shirts. We are a quarter of the way there. We've sold 25 T-shirts. We need your help. Go pick them up, scoop them up online, buy them for your friends and family. If you don't want to buy a shirt, go donate directly through the Immigration Coalition's website. But let's support this organization and keep making sure that people have clean drinking water. So that's what I'm gonna say about that. Secondly, on a second note, we back on video. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, we appreciate y'all. But we're also on YouTube, IGTV, wherever you like to view videos of your favorite people. We probably in there.
I hope so.
But we appreciate y'all for rocking with us for real. And we're going to get into some Super Bowl reactions. So, Devin, I need...
Wait, first of all, before you even start, I want to just acknowledge the fresh cut confidence you got right now.
Oh. It's too real.
And I want to start by saying this Super Bowl started before the game even started with an incident that almost canceled the whole Super Bowl because of a barber.
This is true.
So if you don't know what I'm talking about, this guy, the Kansas City Chiefs flew a barber out. He was cutting hair, and in the middle of a haircut, found out that he tested positive for COVID-19.
Facts.
So he had to stop cutting hair.
Homeboy had half a haircut.
I don't know about you, Dave. Like, the haircut is everything. So when you get a haircut, I mean, that's your confidence going out for the next 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Part of it is because of how fresh your hair is.
That's facts.
2 or 3 weeks. However, some people do every week, and that's kind of soon. But listen,
Yeah. I'm
but
like
every
a 10
couple
to
weeks,
14 day guy, personally.
yeah, I'm a 14 to 21 day guy, and currently I'm on like 19 right now. So, but I still would rather rock this than half a haircut.
Facts.
Half a haircut. Oh my gosh. I mean, think about it. It's the biggest stage of your life. Of course, you got to wear helmets all the time.
Right.
But like, it's almost like if I'm that dude that got half a haircut, it's like, thank God that he didn't fit. We didn't win, because I would have had to take off my hair and had to celebrate with everybody else with half a haircut, the biggest stage of my life. What they tell people when they win Super Bowls, where you gonna go? People say, I'm going to Super Bowl. I'm going to Disney World. He said, I'm going to the barbershop. Look at my hair. Like, it's just terrible. His hair was it's awful.
Man.
Did they ever name the dude who it was?
If they did, I never saw it.
That's embarrassing.
That was, and apparent, if I'm not mistaken, like the entire team was ready to get their haircuts. Like, if they would let him cut their hair, man, he would have single-handedly, one man wrecking ball, ruined the Super Bowl.
Mahomes was on that list. He was going to get his hair. He was going to get his hair cut by this guy.
Bruh, let's talk about Mahomes.
Yeah, I'll get to that. Yeah, I mean, what kind of. So the barber must have cut all the linemen's hair right before the game, because they didn't show up at all.
Their Samson strength was gone.
That's yeah. There you go. There's your Bible. There it is.
There's your Jesus juke.
Yeah, he went to Sunday school this week. All right, so the game was awful. I mean, it was awful for me because I wanted to see a close game.
Right.
Like, I'm okay with Brady winning as long as it's like what he did against the Falcons.
Right.
Coming back, heroic type win.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, that
was like legacy. Like,
yeah, that was a fun game. It almost felt like they handed this game to him.
Right.
And so that's kind of my biggest disappointment in it. But I heard a spicy take the other day. Someone compared Mahomes to like a Michael Jordan or Steph Curry, like that kind of influence on the culture type player.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
It's so hard to tell. Like, that's a tough one, because I feel like when you talk about like specifically MJ or Steph, they brought something to the game that nobody else ever had. And I'm not so certain that Mahomes really has revolutionized the NFL. Like, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, he's amazing. Like, his ability to make throws at all different angles is absolutely insane. Like, I've never seen anything like it. But I just don't know how like, to me, like, if you think about like revolutionary, like quarterbacks, I mean, I think about like, I would put Lamar closer to that than like Patrick, just because Mahomes is doing stuff that we've been seeing Breeze do, and Rodgers for a long time.
Also, with this though, Mahomes needed to take an L because his family was annoying. His family's annoying. I mean that's just got to get down to the, like, his wife and his brother, like, you see his brother's dance moves?
I didn't see that.
Hey, first of all, brother, I'm not the jiggiest of the group. Okay, I can't get down like everybody else can. You're not gonna see me. I'm not I tried the TikTok dances for a while. I just wasn't good at it. I'm just not. I'm all right. I'm not gonna be on any dance competitions overall.
We don't know what to expect from you. You know what I'm saying?
I do the culture proud. I'm not terrible, but I'm gonna hold my own out there, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Bruh. If you gonna start, I wish producer Mike was here, or Chris was here, producer Chris.
Mike too, whoever that is.
Whoever Mike is. Sorry, Chris. Chris, we're gonna post a video some kind of way on this. I need to show the people what this dude was doing. It was awful.
I got you.
Music make you lose control.
Herky jerky, like it was terrible. And then after the game, like you just took an L. All right, it's a Super Bowl loss. It's the first time Mahomes lost by double digits since like Pee Wee football. So
I saw that like 10 years, bro.
Stupid. It was crazy. So then his mom sends a tweet to Giselle. It's like, why?
Come on.
So it's like you making me not like you.
Hold that L, man. Everybody takes L's. Hold the L.
Exactly. And the difference between what, like when Curry lost, I was like, well, you know, like you never heard anything about his family. He's like,
Right.
well, you know, he got an adorable daughter. The family's still cool, so whatever. But it's not a big deal, right? Like when LeBron loses, you never hear anything about his family. Win or lose, like you hear something. If it's about their sons, about what they did on their own, like accomplishment, right? Jordan, we didn't even know he had a family until this documentary.
And we didn't know about them until what, the last like 10 minutes?
Yeah. Then they got a little cameo on there.
They got a little FaceTime.
If you're gonna be on camera for something, like, bro, just be cool about it. You don't gotta. I mean, everybody is riding this dude's coattails, which is I get it. Like the dude is probably the face of the NFL, future face of the NFL.
Facts.
Yeah. Dude. But he was just, his family makes me not like him. Ooh, I hate to say that. That sounded terrible. That sounded bad, didn't it?
But here's the thing, I understand. Like it's almost to me like the Ball family effect, right? Like if you zoom out and you think about all the antics that LeVar has had over the last few years, you're like, man, it makes it really hard to want to root for these guys. But then you look at how well they're playing, it's like, okay, like you know what I'm saying? Like I can vibe with what they got going, you know what I'm saying? So I understand what you're getting at.
What else was I gonna say about Mahomes? Poor dude. Okay,
that dude ran.
Yes, that's
talk about that stat.
What was it like? Okay, so of the 56 dropbacks he had to scramble on 29 of them.
And they weren't even blitzing for real.
What was it say? It was like a total of like 500 yards he ran.
496 or something. Something
stupid that that man was running for his life.
Every play, it felt like.
The memes were terrible. They roasted him online. That's one thing I love about like in this era of social media and you know, everybody can watch things on their own pace, like on demand videos and whatnot. Right. Like I love it when we have like sports is like one of the last things that everybody watches at the same time.
True.
And so we can all experience these moments together. And I love like when the live tweeting happens through those, and it's always cool.
The live memes.
Yes. Bernie Sanders has been replaced. That's my okay, we'll get to that later. We got to talk about the halftime show and that catastrophe. The whole night was just a failure to me. It did not live up to expectations.
It was a ginormous L for America.
Yeah, the most exciting thing of the night was the streaker who ran for more yards than Kansas City had the whole night.
Facts. Hey, I heard that he did that because he had a prop bet that was going to pay him out $375K, and he streaked. He streaked himself so that he would win the bet.
Gosh,
that was on the Dave and Dev Facebook page.
Yeah, that was terrible. So Mahomes it sucks because like this whole season's been building up. I'm like, yes. Like this is gonna be a good game. Mm-hmm. It's like the current king of the NFL versus the up and coming dude. And I feel like in every single sport that we've had recently, when we've had a matchup like this, it's been a huge disappointment.
Right.
So like think about in the NBA, who's the next up and coming dude you can think of?
I mean, Giannis.
Yeah. So Giannis still hasn't been to the championship.
Mm-mm.
We're like, and I don't think he's gonna get there this year.
Mm-mm. He ain't even
I'd
gonna
be surprised if he does.
again.
I mean, we never got to see a LeBron versus Kobe thing.
Yep.
Like, when have we ever, like, when's the last time we've had like the future,
Like a passing of the torch.
current, the passing of the torch type thing? It's got to be since like the 90s when MJ and Magic went at it.
Right. Yeah. That's a good question to pose.
Yeah, I can't really think of that.
Yeah, I can't really either. That's unique. That's a interesting thought.
Yeah. So Kansas City was terrible. Did not do well for my man Eric Bieniemy in his resume that day.
That's facts.
Which is okay. It still made it to the Super Bowl though.
This is true. It's back to back. And regardless, I mean, he led he was the mastermind behind the highest power offense for 2 years. So regardless, he should have that resume stacked. I will say, if we kind of go on the timeline of the Super Bowl, the national anthem, Eric Church, Jasmine Sullivan, homeboy that was doing the sign language, Wawa, dude, that was nuts. I was like,
yo,
he made me want to learn sign language.
I just a little bit.
Big facts.
Love him. Love it. So here's the thing. I did like that. I'm starting to get to the point now where I don't really okay, so like that was a good national anthem. Was it the best national anthem you ever heard though?
No, it wasn't.
Who's the best national anthem you've ever heard? And if you say Fergie, I'll get off this call right now.
It's so funny because that's what I was gonna say jokingly. Who's the best you've ever?
Oh, dude, it's got it. Like I wasn't alive when this happened, so just don't. It shouldn't really count. But yeah. Marvin Gaye's national anthem.
I've seen the YouTube videos of that.
That Marvin Gaye's national anthem is special
for sure. I've seen
Whitney Houston's one was good too.
Who?
Whitney Houston.
Oh yeah. I can't remember what sporting event it was, but Jennifer Hudson did a really good national anthem too a couple years ago. But speaking of music, while we're on the topic, you want to talk about that halftime show, bro?
What the heck was that? It was awful. Okay, well, some people thought it was actually good. Okay, I thought it was so somebody tried to like explain it to me that he's been in character for months about this, and I mean, stop it. That's stupid. It's a dumb thing to do. If that's what you do, it's just really stupid.
Here's the way I think about it: is like because I saw the same thing. If the dude's been in character and this was kind of a continuation, like that's cool, and I understand like you don't have concerts right now, like this was your stage, but like the majority of the people watching the Super Bowl probably are not your like biggest fan. Like they don't know you always. Like the Super Bowl, the halftime show is always gonna cater to whoever's that person's fans are, and everybody else is gonna be like, this is not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So like why would you try to have a story continuation at the Super Bowl when like everybody's just there to be entertained for the game?
I just don't get the selfie cam.
Yeah, bro. When he was inside the mirror house thing, I literally was like, yo, am I going crazy? Like the light. Have you ever seen on Netflix? It'll be like it'll have like the warning for light sensitivity. I feel like the Super Bowl should have had a warning for that junk.
And takes out with they all had the little lights and the fake violin players.
Yes.
I mean, the whole thing was just. I was a fan of The Weeknd when I was in college when he first came out. Trilogy album. Now I get it, like trilogy album. You may need to pick the kids up to play that at the halftime. Okay, that's grown folks music over there now, right? And put the kids up, and they can go watch.
That's
They can
grown
go watch
music.
the puppy bowl for about 30 minutes, and then you can come on right back.
Get that
But
Nickelodeon Super Bowl special.
goodness, I it was so bad. I mean, people said, man, I loved it. This dude is a legend. Like, I mean, I've seen it wasn't
It wasn't
the
the worst.
worst.
Yeah,
It wasn't the worst,
I
but
agree.
it was like I saw some people saying it was the worst one ever. No, that it wasn't the worst. I
No.
mean, after Janet Jackson, they had to tone it down for a couple of years, so those were
Right.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
But this one was it was pretty bad. I genuinely wasn't entertained. And one thing about Super Bowl performances that I love is that most times they bring out somebody like a guest that just like surprises people, you know?
Why didn't he like have a feature, bro, at all?
The dude spent $7 million for trash.
Yeah. And that's what I saw too. It was like, The Weeknd is pumping, $7 million of his own money to make this like an incredible halftime show. I was expecting the works. I won't lie. And all we got was some interesting props and dudes running around with jock straps on their face. That's all we got.
Like sometimes people are so artistic that we just miss the whole entire point.
And I get it. But you have to understand, like, if you're playing your own concert with people paying money to see you, you can have that kind of artistic, that creative value that you bring, you know what I'm saying? I just think the Super Bowl, you're playing in front of millions of people across the world that they want to be entertained. They're not looking to be told necessarily a story with your halftime show based on your, previous 3 songs or whatever,
It's literally the biggest stage that you can perform. Like,
absolutely.
More people are watching this than pretty much any other program the entire year, I would guess.
And especially in 2021, like we just spent for the last year, there's not been any concerts for real. So like, this is like, they kept saying it like the concert of the year. Like, yeah, it is the concert of the year because there ain't been no concerts. Like,
yo. And then people in Florida without mask on. And I mean, listen.
That was a cesspool, bro.
I want to put a disclaimer up there, okay? Do what you think is best for you, okay? And so I don't want this to seem like I'm coming out and I'm supporting one side or the other. But brother, we in the middle of a pandemic.
You would have never known.
I just don't understand. Like, there's like multiple, like the whole city of Tampa is all out there celebrating, partying. And it's like, all right. I mean,
do you?
If that's what you think is best, but they called it a super spreader on the news today. I watched it.
Bro.
And I was like, that's not
positive,
not necessarily a good thing. Yeah. So I was, hey, but if you're gonna risk your life for any concert, for the one concert you haven't been able to be at a concert in 2 years, and you get to see Phantom of the Opera featuring The Weeknd for a halftime, I'm disappointed.
Phantom of the Opera with The Weeknd. Hey, but you right. And the crazy part is, and like I think that, for me, you said it earlier, like I can mess with The Weeknd stuff. Like I like his vibe. I thought that there was multiple things wrong with this besides the fact that it was trash. The audio was terrible.
That's what my wife said too. She said this is
so
awful.
And I saw a shout out to Todd Thomas that we know from Lexington. He's in Florida now, but he shared this thing that it was like all the folks that run church live stream services are really happy right now because this can't be, their service is not worse than this, right? But it was bad. It was super hard to hear. I thought just the entire aesthetic of everything, the mirror thing just really threw me off. Like I was sitting there like, stop, please. Like, this is absurd. and then the selfie cam. But hey, listen, let me tell you right now, the memes that are coming out from this, A1
Hey,
memes from the selfie cam.
hey, Bernie, it was a nice run. Meet the
Bernie,
weekend.
it was real.
Replaced. The Bernie memes got out of hand. That was
They
too
did.
much. It was. I mean, I hope that we don't overdo this one like we did the Bernie one.
I mean, pages and pages of Bernie memes, bro.
I
I've
saw
seen a lot.
Bernie on the Maori show, and I saw him choke holding Conor McGregor. It's like, come on, dog. Like, we got to stop. This is too much.
Hey, I will say though, last night one of my favorite memes was the Bernie meme with Bill Belichick's head on Bernie's, sitting there watching Tom get that Super Bowl ring.
Oh, shoot.
That was A1.
Yeah. So let's go forward. We'll talk about Tom. Okay.
So we got to talk about Tom. So first of all, I think it's really important for us to say that the Bucs dominated the Chiefs. Like, I think we can say that, right? But let me just tell, my point of view is that the turning point in that game was the field goal where they lined up in the neutral zone and it advanced the ball to the first down.
Yeah. I get it.
And I don't think it was necessarily a bad call, but it led to it was just like the collapse of the officiating was like in the midst of that. You had two really, really tough defensive pass interference calls. And I know the Chiefs are notorious for holding. I get that. But like some of these balls were straight up uncatchable, and they were not calling these like this all year. Like I wanted to see let the boys play, and it was not that way. It was not.
Yeah.
It doesn't tarnish the game, in my opinion, because the Bucs just straight up dominated. But it did
one of those things where it's okay. Yeah, but see, this is the problem with football. So much of it is like so much is judgment call. And I guess you can say that about everything else too, but it's like, man, in the championship, stuff that gets let go all the time, all season long, is getting called now, and it's changing the outcome of the game. It makes it
9 penalties to 1 in the first half.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not one to say that the game was rigged. The defense for the Bucs was amazing.
He played on
Tom did his thing. All right, Tom. We've already said Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time. Ugh.
That hurts.
It does. It pains me to say that. At 43, I'm tired. I'm tired of it. I know. 43 years old. Like, don't you go sit down? Go do something else.
Go enjoy time with your family, bro. Look at them kids. He's got big, cute kids, man. Go spend years with the kids, man. We don't want to see you and Grant no more.
Routine now.
We don't want to see y'all no more.
Okay, so there's the debate of greatest American professional athletes.
Don't get me started on this.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say on the record, he's not.
Facts.
For me. He's not for me.
Facts.
Tom has won 7 Super Bowls,
which is insane.
It's great.
Yes,
but he still lost 3.
Yeah.
And for me, he's won 5 Super Bowl MVPs.
Yeah. Jordan
won 6 championships, didn't lose any, and was the MVP in all of those championships.
Yeah.
So, like, to me, there's a difference there. So,
can I also add something really quick to that? And maybe this is just me, again, kind of being a hater just a little bit. But I think to be considered the greatest athlete of all time, I think there has to be how do I say this? There has to be a sense that particular athlete had some sort of physical domination. Does that make sense? Like, so for me, MJ, when I think about greatest athlete, like I can see that because the dude not only won, he won well, and nobody could stop him physically. And he took teams to heights that they would not have been without him.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Brady has done that to an extent, but like he's like this, like, you know, however tall he is, like noodle arm kid from Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Like I think for me, he just lacks kind of that like physicality that like he actually dominated the sport, because football is, in my opinion, is much more of a team game than basketball. In basketball, you can have 1 to 2 guys that really take you to new heights. And I'm not saying that Brady doesn't make the guys around him better, but like Brady doesn't play defense. And that Bucs defense was stout. Arguably one of the best defensive performances we've ever seen in Super Bowl history. And that doesn't take away from what Brady has did. But at the end of the day, like MJ's, as a singular athlete on the court, like he's 1 of 5 instead of 1 of 22. You feel me?
So let's do this thing. So Mount Rushmore, you got
Of
four.
athletes.
Mount Rushmore of greatest American athletes, or you ain't gotta do greatest American athletes, greatest athletes ever. 4. You get 4, Dave. Who you picking? Let's do this. Well, you start off with 1. I'll pick 1. We'll just go back and forth. You start.
Okay.
Who you
Serena.
got for number 1?
Oh, number 1.
In no particular order, just
In no particular order, I'm gonna say Serena.
Yeah. I'm gonna put Mike on there. MJ.
I gotta put Michael Phelps up there too.
Yeah.
Dude dominated his sport.
Yeah. So then I'm gonna go. I gotta give Serena up there too.
Okay. So I'm in agreement with MJ. So I got Serena, MJ, Michael Phelps.
That's their third. So let me pick my third real quick then.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go Usain Bolt.
Oh, yeah. That's a straight athlete. I mean,
so I got MJ, I got Serena, I got Usain. I got to pick one more. Go ahead, Dave.
Bro, I need Mount Rushmore to be like 7 people. Because I got a couple of people. So let me say that competing for my 4th, and I'm kind of thinking in this like facet of like ability, winning, all this stuff.
Does the social impact have anything to do with what you like your criteria?
Not really right this second.
Okay.
And I'm not saying they couldn't, but I will say that this last person, you could argue that, but I'm gonna say Muhammad Ali.
Oh, dang, Dave, you took mine. That's a good one. So in an effort to be different, so what's your 4 again?
So I got MJ, Michael Phelps, Serena, Muhammad Ali.
Shoot. See, this is the thing. This is where it gets tough. That 4th one.
Bro, I know, because you know who else I was thinking?
Who?
I was tossing up because I'm just thinking pure athletic ability and whatnot. I was thinking Dion or Bo.
But this is gonna be crazy. This is my controversial pick, but this person is so dominant in their sport, so it only feels right. I'm gonna go with Simone Biles.
Oh yeah.
See, you see, I'm thinking, Dave.
Okay. Yeah,
it's crazy because it's like, bro, you don't have Michael Phelps on your list. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. But I feel pretty confident in this.
Bro, that's what's so crazy is that there, in my opinion, there's like 10 to 15 people you could arguably put in that like 3 to 4 spot.
We'll put that up on the on our Dave and Dev page for your Mount Rushmore of athletes. 4. You only get 4.
I'm here for it. That's a really, really dope conversation to be had for sure.
Yeah.
So I think we can. I think at the end of the day, we can rule out that like I'm confident with saying that Brady's the greatest winner of all time. I'm confident to say that he's the greatest quarterback of all time, just simply based on what he's done, and winning in general. But I think athlete's just too much of a stretch for me. I can't say that. I don't know. There's just some sort of physical aspect that like the dude is slow as can be.
He's not.
he just doesn't make me think of an athlete. He's just really good at being a quarterback.
Yeah.
And I know quarterbacking is hard. Don't get me wrong. I understand that. I'm just saying, like, I mean, that's tough. That's a tough one.
It is, but football is such a. We talk about athletes. Most of the people that we put on our Mount Rushmore are individual
Yes.
people. Like they dominated by themselves. Like
Yes.
what Serena got. Producer Chris, this is why you got to fact check me. I think she got 23.
That sounds right.
Slams?
Yeah.
All right, 23 Grand Slams.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
It's all her. That's a hard.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Usain Bolt breaking his own world records.
right.
So like that's the thing. Like Michael Phelps was breaking world records. Usain Bolt was breaking the world records that he set.
True.
So it's crazy. Like I mean,
yeah.
and that's all. I mean, and we got to see all these people in our lifetime. I mean, with the exception of like Michael, we got to see Michael Jordan on the Wizards. We don't like to count
Muhammad
that.
Ali.
We don't count that.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali. We just know of his legacy at this point.
Yeah.
The movies, but yeah.
Sure.
So Tom don't get on the list for you.
No, he's not even in the top 10 for me.
Dang, that's crazy. I mean, yeah, that's tough, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure. But listen, man, I think Mahomes. I think when it's all said and done, he could be in that conversation. Just because
football is so hard. Like
hard.
There's not going to be somebody who's going to replicate what MJ did.
Right. It's hard to do that.
The perfection in the championships is so difficult because that team is hungry. And I mean, first of all, to get a three-peat, first of all, is tough to do.
It's insane. To do 2 3-peats though?
To do 2 3-peats.
Yeah.
And to one stat category for 10 years straight. Like if Brady had led the league in passing yards or touchdowns for 10 years straight, yeah, we'd be talking like, okay, yo, this dude, he's different.
Facts.
But I feel like because Belichick takes down some of his legacy.
Right.
Which sucks because it's like this year was supposed to be that year where he showed off himself. But like, bro, you playing with like 3 other Hall of Famers on your team.
Bro, Mike Evans, Gronk, Godwin, AB, Leonard Fournette, get out of here. Best offensive line in the league. Best defense in the league. Come on, fam.
It's wild.
That to me, and I don't think it tarnishes away from him being the GOAT, but like I do, like for me, he's not single-handedly out here winning championships. The dude in the NFC Championship threw 3 picks in the second half? Like,
yeah, that's what happens when you got a good defense.
Like you can afford to do that. Like it's just,
I mean, it's part of it though. Like
it
I
is.
guess, yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing with him being a Patriot. Is it Robert Kraft? Is it Belichick? Is it Brady? Yeah. So,
but see, I still argue that
Patriots were trash this year too.
But I've always argued that the system was so crucial because look at Matt Castle, dude. That guy came in and had the season of his life. That man got paid after that, and he never did anything else. But he had a winning season as the quarterback of the Patriots.
Gosh, man, I should have come out of retirement, just throw a couple, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I think it is unique. I think that we're seeing the landscape of the NFL shift though, because like you're seeing blockbuster trades for quarterbacks that like are maybe B tier quarterbacks. Matt Stafford, that deal was fat.
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation. But that was stupid. That was dumb for Matt Stafford.
But the thing about it is that the Eagles are about to get some big return on Wentz, and the dude hasn't played well in 3 years. Like it's just such a unique time. So you kind of talked about this, like going forward. I mean, Brady said he's coming back. He said he's going to play. He wants to play until he's 45 years old. Surely AARP has to kick in at some point while he's playing NFL, and that's got to be some kind of violation. Like I said it on the podcast before. I'm gonna say it again. I'm sick of old dudes dominating professional sports. This 2021 is a good year for old dudes. It is.
You got I mean, Brady, he's 43, he just won. LeBron looks better than he did in a long time. He looks as good as he did minus the Heat years.
Yeah.
Like he's probably gonna win MVP this year.
He probably will, yeah.
And our president is 78. Old dudes have dominated this year.
2021 is the year of the old man.
You know when you
Look
go
at
up
Bernie. He's out here dominating the meme structure. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Bernie, yeah. Okay, so think about this. You know, Saturday mornings, you go up to the gym, you want to go play some hoops. You know, you want to go hoop a little bit, ball out, right? You go, and there's that one team that's just like the old guys playing in his sweatpants.
Yeah,
You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah. Right? They about to pull the okie doke on you.
This is the old guy. You know, you know what he does. I mean, he's got a lot of pump fakes. He got a lot. He's real solid with it, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, bro, this dude is trash. You see him shoot around. He's shooting granny shots when he's warming up.
Like you should be blocking every shot he shoots.
Pitch this shot to the third row, right? I'm sending it. The dude gets out there, and it's happened to. Ain't no shame in it. It's happened to us all.
Yeah.
He hoops, balls out, and he balls out, gets buckets. I mean, you playing a game to like 11.
And he ain't even trash talking either. That's the other part.
Scores like 7, and he's encouraging you while he's doing it.
He's patting you on the back. Hey, good game, son.
The worst. The worst. We've all been through it before, but that's what I feel like 2021 is.
Yeah.
It's look, America, I let you have 2020, and y'all were wild out there. Y'all were getting crazy. I've seen all the craziness that happened in 2020. Come on over here. Let me show you how old folks do. And we're just going to dominate 2021. And I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of old folks dominating our sports.
Go home. Retire.
These are dudes that are going to bed at 8:30. I'm tired of it.
They're having a glass of wine while they're, in their fuzzy socks about to pass out.
Gosh, man. People watching C-SPAN for fun. Like, I don't want to do it. I'm sick of seeing like LeBron is dominated. LeBron and Brady are dominating people half their age.
Facts.
You realize the leader of the free world is 78 years old.
8, bro.
Oh my gosh.
It's the year of the old man, bro.
Old people, Old Spice, you should be all over this.
For real. Hey, listen, we'll market it for you. You just let us know.
Gosh. How old is Nick Saban? He old, is he in the old man club too?
Yeah, I think so.
Gosh. I mean, I'm tired of it, but
yeah.
Here we are. It's look, there's still hope. Maybe NBA proves us differently.
I'll be honest with you. I hope not. Go Bronny. Get number 5. That's what we need in our lives, number 5. But okay. So while we're talking about GOATs, if LeBron wins 6, is he still not in the conversation for you?
It depends on how he does it. So
okay.
like if he three-peats, oh yeah, we got to have a talk, because this three-peat is going to be so hard. And I know we're way off topic now.
We're way off topic.
Hey, listen, if you made it this far in the podcast, all right, we wrapping up. Just bear with me for a little bit. Right? It's if LeBron wins 3, like a three-peat is so difficult to do.
Yeah.
Who was the last team to do a three-peat, Dave?
Did the Warriors three-peat, or were they 3 out of 4?
3 out of 4. They didn't three-peat.
Did the Lakers three-peat back in the
Lakers? Lakers were the last team to three-peat, and that was greatness, right? We could say that was one of the greatest teams of all time. All right. So the Lakers three-peated, then the Bulls three-peated. I mean, then you got to go back to like the Celtics to see, So now, like, if Bron can three-peat in the year of COVID, where they shut down his season, with 70 days of rest going into the next season,
right?
Then playing the Olympics, and then come back and then
come out. Yeah,
you got to put him in the conversation. Yeah, he pretty much played for 3 years straight.
Yeah.
To win
at what, 30, 37?
Yeah. So by the time he'll be done with that, he'll be 38 years old.
Yeah.
So yeah, that we got to have a serious talk.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, that's unique. Let's reel this back in. Let's get back to the Super Bowl. So I thought there were some interesting things that I uncovered. One, this man LaShawn McCoy went back-to-back rings,
Getting
bro.
paid. Getting
It,
paid.
and he did not have a single yard in either Super Bowl.
Hey, getting paid.
This man just getting rings, just being there. He's just getting rings.
Robert Ory.
Ro-
Steve
Robert Orr.
Kerr.
Hey, facts. Other thing, Leonard Fournette looked like the Leonard Fournette from high school, where he literally looked the same as he does now, but he was playing against like little kids, dominating fools.
Yeah, I like that. Like, I think Jacksonville gave up on him too soon.
I think so too.
But I understand, like, if you want to do a rebuild or whatever, you want to
Yeah.
tank for Trevor, all that jazz. That's a whole different. I don't think Trevor's going to be as good as we think he is in the NFL. They're gonna play. Someone's gonna find this clip 10 years from now, or he's gonna have like 6 Super Bowls, and I'm just gonna look like the biggest fool ever. But it happens every time I make a prediction. I hope so, because that makes Urban look great.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't think it's really gonna work out for him. Yeah, he looked really good.
he was hitting fools. He had the truck stick. Hey, he was like this. Hey, he was hitting that truck stick, man, every time.
I'm so glad football season's over.
Bro, I'm ready. I'm ready for the NBA playoffs, bro. That's what I'm ready for.
Yeah. Well, it's basketball season now, so whatever. I mean, football gave us a good season for what they could do. A lot of headlines, a lot of people talking.
But it's
the
over.
Super Bowl was not what we wanted. It ended a lot earlier than I thought it was.
Hey, the bedtime though. After the Super Bowl,
it was for Tom. He's ready. He's 40. He's 43.
Yeah.
Can't be playing. You can't be playing late anymore.
Hey, it was nice to turn off the TV at 10:30 and be ready for bed. I mean, that was clutch.
Yeah, I bet you Tom did the same thing.
He was rushing out that press conference. Hey, I gotta go to bed, yo.
I mean, he was talking when he had his Super Bowl MVP. He was talking and shouting out those guys like a proud dad. He was old enough to be half of the people's in that locker room with dad.
That's facts.
Gosh, well, good season. I'm pleased with this NFL season. I think it turned out all right.
I think they did the right thing. I think up until the Super Bowl, seeing minimal fans, and the Super Bowl, they were just like, forget it.
I mean, what they gonna do? What you gonna find somebody? I mean, you got a whole off season, you know?
Yeah, but yeah, it was. I'm with you, man. I'll tell you, like, this football season was not ideal, and I am ready for some sense of like that returning if it ever does. But I'm happy for basketball. I hope college basketball gets better, because right now it's pure trash.
That's
a whole nother podcast for a whole nother day.
Yeah. Well, Dave, I mean, I think we've ran out of topics on our Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl reaction, we got off topic just a little bit here and there, but that's what we do. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you've made it this far, shout out to you. This was, this is what me and Devin do. This is the whole reason we started this podcast, because we just be going off on tangents.
Facts. Yeah, that's true.
And a lot of times they're good tangents. Sometimes they just be not good tangents. But we appreciate y'all. Go to daveanddev.com and buy a shirt.
Hold a shirt one more time, Dave.
One more time. Hey, shout out to Adalyn, one of the first ladies of Dave and Dev, Mr. Dever and Muff's wife, for the design. She killed it. Left Hand Club. She killed it. So shout out to Made Worthy Designs. Shout out to the Immigration Coalition and Rondell. Go support them. Let's raise these 100 shirts. 21 families, clean water for an entire year. That's huge. Let's do it. That's all I got, bro. I appreciate you.
All right.
Until next time.
Peace.